completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 20. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Chargers take possession. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Finds McConkey. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Dillon. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Offense up to the line fast. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Enough to Chubb to start the drive. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for them.
They'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Dre Jones. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going play action. He rolls to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
3rd and long for him here. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Mark that one down as a 35-yard punt in the end. And it'll be their football. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now begin the drive with Dillon. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers need only one to take the lead. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Rockies tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Let's go now. They'll throw to begin this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. He steps in and makes the interception. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Coleman to try.
Running up the middle, Dillon. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. And the kick is good. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Let's go. They give inside to Chung. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Chubb. Open space inside the 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. But come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, it's certainly more exciting for all of us to watch too.
And he'll go down here at the 16.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has it down close. He has the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Dillon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
1st and 10, Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, Herbert. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And the Raiders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Again, it's Chubb. Fights up a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And he's going to take it back for the LA touchdown. The Chargers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers lead by 15 now. Nice Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Chubb, running left. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He throws a bullet to this. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders or offensive guys have bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. It's still in here on 2nd down. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He'll get this down to the 40. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's got the punt. Chooses to bring this one out. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now give right side to Chubb. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Behind Diablo there on the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Throwing on the run, deep down that left. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chargers get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. To throw, Herbert. On target to his man, Tony. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. On 3rd down, Herbert. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This from 48 on the left hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Chubb. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Chubb up the middle. He's Foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders at a deficit. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to the air here. The screen pass falls incomplete.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dillon gets it on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 24. Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
And what a bounce that had to take. Wow, somehow made it all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Catch is made by the rookie from Notre Dame. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. He puts some juice on it deep, and they pick him off again. And the Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's on the move. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Raiders might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses.
Touchdown! Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown. He's throwing for it. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Dillon. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. On the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 19-yard line.
Motioning him from the slot right. Another try following the sack. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And they pick him off again. Picked off Cam Hart. And the Chargers take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he made obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates it up.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Chargers parlay the interception into points. A.J. Dillon, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 24-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They give now to Chubb. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's a give to Chubb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Brought down by Draymond Jones. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing off the play fake here. Vacates quickly left side. He tucks it and takes off. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by Dre Jones.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Dillon. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Got his target, it's Tony. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Raider football. They've got 1st down from the 31. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
He's got it on the bootleg. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he gets him around 6 there. Behind Diablo there on the tackle. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Chubb. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Here we go, here we go!
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Go!
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 1st down, they're going to stick with Chubb. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. Hits the 20. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. 2nd time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. They begin the drive with Chubb. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Crowd right. Set.
Running it after the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off Alex Singleton. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays.
Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Dillon, a 1st down carry. And this one does not go far. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Play action now for Herbert. Finds McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
They give inside to Chubb. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's go.
They go play action here. Complete beyond the marker. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Vegas first down.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
This is Chubb. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, it's Chubb. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Tony now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Home the troops right. Go.
Now begin the drive with Dillon. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Chargers moments away from their 4th win of the year. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Set.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Connects with Johnson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Second and 6 coming up here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Herbert from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Tyler Lockett. So that brings up 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
The 16-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Chubb. That tackle stops him after a solid gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Chubb on the give, headed left. And he's brought down for a loss. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in